don't you count how many cars are? Bag it. How's it going, YouTube? Here's a SPSF train, local, headed into LA on the Model Railroad. Could you do a horn show for us?
I don't have sound on this unit.
Oh, dang.
Is it making noise, Jason?
No, that's the signal that's making noise.
I don't think this is a sound unit.
Oh.
Let me see.
Yeah.
No, the engine is making sounds.
It is?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Unless it's the one over there.
Yeah, that's the one over there
it's
making
that one over
the
there making
engine
sounds.
sound.
Never mind.
Yeah, I'm blowing the horn out here.
Yeah. No, it's the one over there. Southern Pacific.
Going into the tunnel to Chatsworth. So I did something I've never done before, and that's film the Leesdale local as it was leaving the lumber yard on the way to lunch.
On our way back, we just happened to see it there.
On our way to lunch.
Leaving
One out
them.
here in Sealy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the cars.
On the way to lunch, not on the way back.
Oops. Yeah, we watched the Saugus locals switch out Weyerhaeuser one morning several years ago. That was interesting.
The only time I've ever seen the Saugus local is when we're going to Fullerton. It was leaving Burbank.
It goes out most mornings.
Yeah, it's just I'm not a morning person.
Neither am I.
Nor am I a local chaser.
When we were on that train, we took a very early train because we were going on the Southwest Chief that day, and we were on a long trip, all by train. That's why I had
Okay, don't tell Bill I drove this train.
Okay, here's the Aerotrain rolling through the coastline up to the Cuesta. The Aerotrain was an attempt in the 1950s to make trains that were more like buses.
Low capital cost.
Yeah.
So they could sell them to the railroads.
Here's the Aerotrain coming up the Cuesta.
What's that? I'm sorry.
No, Santa Fe and Union Pacific used it then a little bit.
Yes, Santa Fe ran it as the San Diego.
Oh
They ran it down to
Yeah,
San
no, I know
Diego.
it's San Diego.
Yeah. And it was kind of underpowered apparently for that because I believe they had to use a helper engine to pull the grade out of San Diego. I think that's right.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. And then the Union Pacific ran it to Las Vegas. You want me to keep going with that?
Yeah.
Okay. The Union Pacific ran it to Las Vegas as a gambler's special.
Oh, I heard about those. Yeah.
And I don't know about the New York Central or Pennsy.
Well, back east you wouldn't have the
And there it goes.
But when I was on the train to Washington, D.C., it was late in the afternoon, and I went right through Chesapeake Bay. It was just beautiful. One place on the East Coast where you can see the sunset over water.
Oh, really?
Because you're on the other side, because the water is on the west side.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was
Sounds like
kind of
you're
cool.
on
Yeah.
Chesapeake Bay or something.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It was absolutely gorgeous to get sunset.
Now, is the Aerotrain designed to go backwards?
I don't think so.
Then why are you running it backwards?
Like,
Yeah. I mean, if the lights on that were working right, there would be a headlight on the back end.
Mm-hmm.
There's just fins because of that.
It was supposed to look like a
It's like
car.
Cadillac.
Yeah,
It's like a Cadillac of that vintage.
yeah.
When was that built? Do you know?
In the 50s.
That looks like a 50s Cadillac.
I read about the Aerotrain.
Uh-huh. It was built in the 50s, right?
Yeah. And they had a replica, a miniaturized version of it at Disneyland.
Oh, I would be surprised.
It was in Tomorrowland.
I don't remember it though.
Well, probably because they took it out before you first went there.
I did go there early enough to see the circus. I was very lucky that we stopped there very long. The circus didn't do very well. They had it going when I was there.
The
was a real
Aerotrain
circus at
replica
Disneyland.
was replaced by the monorail
Oh,
and the submarine lagoon and the Matterhorn.
Actually, I think there might have been two circuses in Disneyland. One had the Mouseketeers in it, and the other one was some of them that was outside company, I think.
Okay, here's the Aerotrain parked at the depot to load and unload passengers.
Yeah, those cars are real low to the ground. But, yeah, anyway, the way you would do that is you would take the
Southern
and
Pacific
here you would take the Southwest 2 and
Freight Train. A transformer.
And then you get on the shuttle train from England to Paris, and then you get on the ice train to Germany. And then you would go to Moscow, and I think that train used to go on Moscow. I don't think it was now because it was becoming more. Then you went on the Trans-Siberian Railroad all the way to Beijing, China. And then you got on the fastest train in the world, which is over 200 miles an hour from Beijing to Shanghai. And then you would go on the ferry that takes you from Shanghai to Japan and get on the bullet train. And then you would actually hop onto a cruise that could go, and you have to go at the right time. So you would go from
Can you do a horn show?
Seattle, and then you would take the
Nice.
Seattle back to Los Angeles. It was possible. It was. It isn't anymore, but it was. It would take a couple of months to do it. Well, I did meet some people that were on the Siberian Railroad when we were in Railfanning. We were talking about back in 1983. Yeah, part of that was the White Hill Road.
talk about the equipment for Putin, but another day.
I think we should be discovered.
Or maybe Saturday.
I don't know. Russia does like
See, they kind of play that way over there.
Yeah. Done before. Oh, yeah.
So the John that was in baseball died?
No, not that John.
Oh, I was talking about that John.
That's Secret.
Yeah,
John
Seacrest.
Secret. Yeah.
Yeah, that's who I was talking about, was John Seacrest.
No, John McCourt was 96.
Oh, yeah. I know he died, yeah.
Yeah.
But I was talking about the other John Seacrest.
Yeah, he was here yesterday.
Oh, he was here on Saturday.
Yeah.
You know that A&W route there, I think now it's, what's that place called?
Jerry's.
Jerry's Coffee Shop. Which is very popular, but it's certainly a ranch shop.
Well, Kurt said that a lot of the old buildings were destroyed by the Sylmar quake.
Oh, I bet.
Okay, here's the 7 Pacific freight train now going across the bridge.
So they made a mistake. It's like Coke. The Coke
Found
didn't
it.
survive.
The Pope changed the back, right?
They changed the gas.
Yeah.
Schluss was too late, but they're still, Schluss is still around. I think they went back to the
They sound good too, don't they?
That's the style.
Yeah.
Oh, there is? Oh,
See,
there is.
here's bus on.
Oh, no. Well, a lot of them went out of business, so they were joined up with the town. Yeah. Of course, LA has theirs. So there were a number of citywide bus lines, at least in the 50s when I remember. Sometimes I would take the Inglewood City Lines bus from school to home, Inglewood High School to home, and it was packed with kids. So I decided I didn't like
You got a derailment.
I ended up
A
walking.
decoupling.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a decoupling. Okay, this will probably be my last video for the model railroad. And as usual, I'm going to keep the real railroad and the model railroad separated.
It's a bad couple on DN. On DN.
Oh, is that the base item?
Here, this is San Pedro, this is Alameda. Alameda, right. Yeah. And, let's see, maybe if you just move down here, you'll be past Bill, as he's doing some car cars. Look at all that.
Oh, there's one over here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Doug's train.
Yeah, stop. Do all the train tracks